Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm...
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
What type of hospital are you running? No antiseptics?
You have been away too long, Doctor. With the war and now this epidemic, supplies have been running scarce for months now.
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. I cannot enter. Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody. It's locked, all right. Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza. This key will surely grant me access to the basement. Tartrate, and that might prove itself useful. These scowls feed from corpses and the husks of animals. They're not after me. locked, all right. It's locked. Mr. Connor's injuries don't match the report. Multiple trace. The chest was originally opened, but A puncture over the left lung, possibly a chest tube insertion. Not the cleanest work, but signs of internal bleeding. So, Tippett has made an... It's locked, all right. Scowls can be so ferocious. I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger. To drink blood is so tempting.
It going to take to fix me properly?
Finally, you've returned.
Yes, no.
You've worked your first
Duty.
many.
Methods. Kindly apologize when you're feeling better.
let you down, my boy.
Good evening, Doctor.
I am
As long as you're cautious and...
You're not the first one.
Goodbye.
Please, Jonathan, come in. Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea, but my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
I'm a dead man. I was murdered. Now I'm a murderer. Tell me how this is a gift.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
I'm not some doe-eyed student, Edgar. I understand we both have something to gain from this relationship.
Very well. I have a task for you, Jonathan. Something that will require all your newfound skills.
Please, go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the stole, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit. Her ladyship is certainly near the tents outside, tending the sick. You can't miss her. Look for someone impossibly delicate.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of trouble Lady Ashbury is in.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
flu took my dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough. Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet Lady of Mercy.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. It's a pleasure to see you again. You seem surprised. Dr. Swansea has brought me up to speed concerning your recent appointment to Pembroke Hospital.
You're a the lady who saved me that night, before vanishing into thin air. I remember you from the pub with Dr. Swansea.
Remember you well, in spite of the brevity of our encounter.
So it seems our Dr. Swansea does indeed have a fascination for creatures of our constitution.
Dr. Swansea is a remarkable man. Dedicated, one might say, obstinate. He spent years compiling our bestiary.
I hope you're more disposed to answer my questions now.
You must have countless questions, but our rather urgent matter first. Swansea has explained. My cover, if you prefer, has been compromised.
Pardon my boldness, Your Ladyship, but I have questions concerning this condition we share.
As a newborn, your hunger for answers is rivaled only by your thirst for blood. But the questions need wait.
I'm a scientist. My trade is in the deciphering of mysteries, and I need information to feed my mind.
I will gladly answer every question you have, but first, prove yourself capable of resolving my predicament without eating the culprit.
Have any of the patients given you trouble?
These poor souls have so little left to live for. I do my best to ease their pain.
The world would be a better place if it were cared for by women like you.
You make me blush. I am simply a necessary evil.
Dr. Swansea has commissioned me to be your agent in this matter. You could start by explaining what's amiss.
These past insufferable weeks, I've been the victim of extortion. I've made a first payment, but the blackmailer grows greedy. I must refuse his most recent demands.
Who would be so foolish as to threaten you? A kindred spirit.
Even if it were the case, and I highly doubt it, a vampire would have asked for something more valuable than money. My suspicions lean toward a patient or their family.
What are your expectations? Please be precise.
As the newly appointed surgeon of this hospital, you are in an excellent position to ask innocent questions and deftly learn the identity of my blackmailer.
If we're dealing with an ordinary criminal, surely you've the means to deal with it yourself, if I may.
As immortal tradition doth dictate, all fangs and hypnotic eyes ablaze, the blood would run like a river. That's what I hope to avoid. Violence has a
Please continue.
My embarrassment in this matter.
I'll take care of it.
If that was the case, I'd settle the
I'll meet that woman.
My life, as others.
is this? Who are you? Get out of my room.
There's no need for alarm.
Preposterous. Dr. Reed, you say? I don't want some bumbling intern.
Where's Dr. Swansea?
Please, calm down, madam.
How brave. Threatening an old defenseless woman. You know how long I've been a patient here. You've picked the wrong...
Harriet Jones. Indeed.
Oh, better than any patient.
I heard there are...
Blackmail?
You seem to know more about...
That's it. Blame the old and infirm.
If-
God's honest truth.
I assure you, madam, this is not...
Debauchery, then?
Really?
This is your...
Thank you for your time. The patients and staff might know something. I'll start my investigation with them.
Daily routine.
Good evening.
Doctor,
Do you think this hospital...
we are... Sorry.
I'm not...
Brilliant.
Most...
It would...
Is...
Well,
Why should...
I can...
No.
No.
Tell me...
If I had not covered up...
You can't allow your emotions to dictate...
Look at...
I can't...
I'm not...
Tell me...
If I had...
You can't...
Look at...
I can't...
I'm not...
Do you know...
The Pete...
Have...
I've never...
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if...
Perhaps I should have considered the offer.
Good evening.
So,
do we...
actually,
Doctor...
he was...
You're a...
No.
Nurse Brannigan. You don't... What it is? It's...
No.
Goodbye, Doc. Good evening.
Doctor.
Kakor.
You...
Who was...
I don't know.
What?
Are you mad? I can't...
Kakoran.
He was...
What?
It was...
I will cover... You didn't force me.
Then I can make you this...
Goodbye, Doctor. Good evening.
Good evening.
And I'm Doc...
Well,
What...
let me...
No,
Who's...
she...
That old...
Goodbye.
Perhaps I should have considered the offer from that candidate.
You're sure you don't come back with me?
Nah, I have to see someone at the hospital.
Be careful. You look so bad they may keep you as a patient.
Fuck 'em. I don't like hospitals or doctors.
Well then, when you go back to Whitechapel, You may find this useful.
What is it?
A pass for a free medical exam by the best nurse available. Just read it.
I don't read well, but thank you, I guess.
He's locked the door behind him. I need to find another way to follow him. This man has been savagely attacked and dragged to the floor. What sort of creature is this? What sort of creature is this? sort of creature is this? Here's what's left of him. Not a lot to check, but I should anyway. Some voucher for a free checkup in Whitechapel. What is Nurse Crane up to? I really must find her.
best be on your way home. I said stay away, sir! There's safer places to be than here.
I cannot enter.
Better go home, sir. Turn around, sir.
This neighborhood is linked somehow to the kind Lady Ashbury's blackmail. First, let's find this Petrescu fellow.
What do you want? Leave me alone.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I'm looking for Nurse Dorothy Crane.
There is no Dorothy Crane here. Now goodbye.
I'm afraid this medical leaflet says the opposite, sir.
Really? Well, I'm afraid I'm going to close this door right now. Go bother someone else, Mr. Doctor.
To enter that house, I must discover who this man really is. I must insist, sir. Please let me see Nurse Crane.
I have no time for you, sir.
I must insist, sir. Please let me see Nurse Crane.
I have no time for you, sir.
It's locked. Good evening, miss.
Good evening, sir.
Actually...
Then you have come to the right place.
Oh, really?
Ah, my brother has spoken.
Do you...
I don't like to talk...
Competition?
Never met.
When science fails you, this elixir will give you faith again. Its effectiveness has been proven by many. Even the flu is no match for the Swanborough cordial. The Swanborough cordial can be the answer to all your problems, as long as you have the money.
It's locked, all right. I will return later. Nobody at home.
Turn around! Stay, Vampyr!
It's locked, all right.
Even my dreams are soaked with glue.
So,
I'm not.
Do you know?
Yes.
How do you?
I'm fine. I fart.
Forget.
Why should
You have.
That's exact.
If life here is so.
I don't go.
So that's why.
I'm not afraid. Death is so cold. I hoped it would be more meaningful.
It's locked. Forgive.
Do not.
I am.
So,
Do you?
I don't like the.
What?
Before.
I have had enough for tonight. Excuse me, sir.
Another
I'm not a
doctor.
Really?
I'm joking.
Have you?
Dorothy,
Could you please?
He's a nice.
Goodbye.
Welcome,
Doc. Have you?
No.
You're that.
You're
Right then.
Cheap price, good quality. Come on,
Its effectiveness has been proven by many. Even the flu is no match for the Swanborough cordial. The Swanborough cordial can be the answer to all your problems, as long as you have the money.
A strange man was at the door with a pass for our medical facility. I refused him entry.
Darius, how could you know he didn't need our help?
His clothes were too finely tailored to be for Whitechapel.
Perhaps just a friend of that stray poet who is always about.
Richard Nethercott? No, not of the same cloth, this man. I suspect some machination from that journalist.
Clayton Darby. Is he still asking questions?
I cannot enter. I must talk to that journalist or the poet. They must know about Darius. Nearby the church they just mentioned.
cheap price, good quality. Come on, take a look, don't be afraid.
You are blinded by your false faith, imprisoned by your
Excuse,
daily
Doctor.
routine.
I have not. I'm a without it.
I don't.
He no, really.
He went. You know what he spent.
Goodbye. Good evening. I know. I'm very well. It's locked. Hello. Commander. Very well. Hello again, miss. Very well.
What's a good place for a stroll?
The content of Darius' letter to his children could give me more leverage to enter. It's locked, all right.
Stupid beast! Christ! He's dead! Go on! Back to the shadows! Back, demon! Back! Away with you! Please, sir. Can't let you through. Leech spotted! Watch out! Stop! Vampyr! Burn it, boys!
some trickery.
Good evening, sir.
Please,
really?
I'm a... Extra... What could Darius...
Not in...
Darius... I'm looking... Daughter...
I'll leave you... Darius is a bit less of a mystery now. It should not be that difficult to incite him to let me in.
Come on, Barrett, you know the game. You pay for these.
Mr. Petrescu.
You again.
Sir, don't you...
I'm not...
Yes?
I have...
What do we have here, nurse?
Patient Razvan Vasily, high fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, and head pain, diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration, but he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Thank you, nurse. Anything else I should know?
He did lose consciousness this morning, but he's never had convulsions like these.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel!
What can I do, Doctor?
It's too dangerous to operate with these convulsions. Sedative, nurse. Do we have any anesthetics?
I'm sorry, Doctor, none at all.
I need to perform a tracheostomy. Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
Yes, Doctor. He's breathing again, but he's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung. Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy? Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Don't question me, nurse. I need a drain. Now.
Yes, Doctor. He's still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery. There's too much blood.
Are you all right, Doctor?
I can't see. Yes. I have this, nurse. Allow me to finish the procedure alone. I need the room.
I'd prefer to stay and see this through. This is my patient, Doctor. I have needle and thread for stitching the wound.
Good. The stitches are holding. How's he doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor!
A dose of epinephrine, now.
Yes, Doctor. We've lost the pulse. He's gone, Doctor.
Nurse, we did everything we could.
Truly? Everything you could? Is that how you'll report this in your log? Is this how the war went? Piling up one poor corpse beside the next?
This was not an influenza-induced seizure. I've never seen symptoms like these on the continent.
Neither have I. But the previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
No. There was something more vile in these reactions. Something primitive.
There have been numerous reports of mental breakdowns caused by the fever that accompanies the flu itself, Doctor.
Yes, but I'd best take some samples of the blood for analysis.
I doubt you're here to test my bedside manners. I suspect it was more than intuition alone that led you to us. So, how might I be of service, Dr. Reed?
Your heart might be in the right place, but...
Doctor, you think your warnings scare me? I've stolen and plied.
But what...
She's
Doctor...
It's easy for...
So...
I know you...
You've convinced me of the sincerity of your actions and their noble justifications. But all the same, blackmail is a crime, and it will stop, Nurse Crane.
So, are you going to turn me over to the authorities?
Nurse Crane, there is no question that the work you've done here is extraordinary, but this dispensary is incapable of coping with the outbreak. It's only a question of days before the situation at hand will overwhelm us. I'll not allow it. It's my duty to put an end.
Ashamed. I did what was right. For in the end, I saved lives and you took them. But we had so much in common, Doctor. Don't you see that?
dead, all right.
Die, vermin! Stupid beast!
Flu killed this one.
Over there! There's one of them vermin! That's gonna hurt!
I cannot enter.
Flu killed this one.
Crush the leech, boys! She's on me!
Hello, Mr. Petrescu.
Hello, Doc.
If we've not been... Good.
Be the answer to all your problems, as long as you have the money.
It's locked. Human blood. Whoever left these marks did so deliberately.
Kill it, boy! Burn it, boys!
Human blood. Whoever left these marks did so deliberately.